Suppose everything is all right. If it were easy, everyone would accomplish it. What makes something excellent is when it's difficult. What does fairness have to do with anything? I have important news for you, Tammy. The world isn't just... You'll need to fight and struggle for everything you desire, exactly like everyone else. Yet you haven't done anything to improve your situation. You understand? You can't simply complain and anticipate transformation. You'll sacrifice sleep. You'll question if it'll succeed. You'll work hard to get by. Your tasks won't all get completed. You'll second-guess your decisions without confirmation. This is what difficult feels like, and that's perfectly fine. Everything important requires effort. And the more significant it is, the more challenging it becomes, the bigger the outcome, the greater the struggle. When it's challenging, that's positive. It signals that others won't attempt it. That leaves more for you. Being mistreated, starting with nothing, having learning challenges, a troubled beginning. Life is deeply unfair, completely unfair. So what's your strategy? I understood that nobody would rescue me. Nobody would magically transform me into someone significant. Everything depended on my efforts. It was my responsibility entirely. Pay attention, that barrier may persist. That suffering may linger. That struggle may continue. You are powerful. Now's the time to keep fighting. Refuse to surrender. Refuse to back down. I recognize it's tough. I know you've never faced this degree of difficulty before. I know you've never been pushed this hard. I'm uncertain if I can survive. Listen carefully, warrior. Now's the moment to act like one. Isn't life unjust? Seems rather unjust. I'm not even certain if that's desirable. What are we intended for? Because truthfully, life is difficult, my friend. We encounter many unanticipated difficulties. These unexpected problems destroy most individuals. The reason they're destroyed is they can't function when circumstances get tough. Friend, it's demanding to win the just contests. There are plenty of unfair matchups. So why would I allocate my limited time fighting unjust battles when I'm working overtime to win legitimate ones? Life presents challenges. You're often unaware of your destination. Nobody really offers guidance along the way. A major issue is we believe life should be simple. Does insisting on fairness strengthen you? Does it assist you to say another started ahead? Not really, because what you accomplish is independent of them. That's tough. Life is tough. You either accept it or pursue it aggressively. Many of you express, man, I'm upset. I can't handle another setback. Hear me out. Can you make it through today alone? There's this famous scene from Rocky. Nearly every accomplished person I've encountered has invested many years, not just months or a year, doing labor with no compensation. Performing tasks others consider tedious, giving up activities everyone considers fun. Sacrificing seasons to do what they dislike because of one primary objective. Look, life includes difficulty and anguish, but you're not by yourself. An exit exists and brightness shines and it's wonderful. However, you must persist. Never stop attempting and always remember you're never completely defeated. This experience was challenging. I won't make justifications for my disappointments because doing so would minimize my accomplishments. Am I unhappy about results? Absolutely. Yet am I satisfied with myself? Definitely. It wasn't supposed to be simple. We're alive for a function. Everything exists for a function. We're stationed here with a mission to achieve remarkable accomplishments. However, difficulties those hardships are essential. They'll happen necessarily. They'll keep occurring, yet we need to move ahead. If suffering strikes me this deeply, if I hemorrhage this intensely, if my tears flow, let them fall because I'm in peak physical shape. Let them fall because I'm prepared for the uphill battle. Let them fall because I'm strengthening my bonds. I'm creating my company. I'm creating my story. Let them fall because it's painful, yet achievement awaits my agony. Let me weep because I succeeded, because I committed fully. Difficulty accompanies every component of living. Choose. Which suffering do you pick? One that wounds or one that transforms? Think of this as your wake-up signal. It rested on me. And here's what matters. Everything you do, you might have assistance. Possibly you don't, yet ultimately it's you. You must decide if you want to be exceptional or just acceptable and be satisfied. Yet being exceptional causes severe anguish. The world isn't equal. That's our reality. Justice shouldn't occur. It's preparation. It's an examination. It's created to harden us. It exists to strengthen us maximally, test our abilities, push us onward. Therefore, mindset is our sole tool for enduring. However, stating it is simpler than executing it, right? Beyond hardship lies a world most are unaware of. It's remarkable. We're confined mentally in boxes. Beyond those boxes, past hardship lies limitless possibilities. Yet venturing outside frightens us because inside we're at ease. Once we step out, God gives instruments and commands. Start excavating. That's not enjoyable. I believe part of life's complexity is that numerous individuals operate partially authentically, partially deceptively, incompletely, insufficiently analyzing themselves, inadequately holding themselves accountable, infrequently praising their victories, insufficiently disciplining themselves when they misbehave intentionally. I desire greater self-awareness this way. Yet comprehend this reality. Life is difficult. Regardless of who you are, obstacles and difficulties and injuries are inevitable. My recommendation is readiness. Conquering obstacles generates accomplishment. Life presents challenges. Observe, it's difficult when reaching 49, working for 17 years, then being terminated with minimal severance and starting fresh. It's difficult managing a family, caring for children while they're infants, and your companion unexpectedly vanishes. It's difficult managing tragedies. It's difficult investing everything into something that fails. Funds disappear along with other people's finances. It's difficult. You experience situations, and during them, understanding feels impossible. Later, reflecting, revelation occurs. Then eventually you experience anguish. Understanding anguish means understanding hardship. Recognition arrives that despite preparations, planning, studying, suffering cannot be completely prevented. To achieve, regardless of what, you must accept anguish. The anguish of willpower, the anguish of advancement, the anguish of education, the anguish of contribution, the anguish of acceptance. Everything causes discomfort. Therefore, select your anguish. Pick your weight. However, being defeated doesn't require cessation of existence. It doesn't demand halting development. It doesn't necessitate discontinuing progress. Yet I challenge you to pick the difficult option. I challenge you to pursue what others avoid. I challenge you to demonstrate and establish something exceptional and personal inside you. I challenge you to reveal something nobody anticipated about yourself. I challenge you to rise. I challenge you to revitalize your calling. I challenge you to attempt. We used to observe the stars and ponder our position among them. I'll disregard compliments and recognition because I'm aware. When we quit admiring our accomplishments, achievements, professions, whatever possibilities lie before us, when we quit admiring and become more interested in these elements, we improve considerably. We've forgotten our identity, haven't we? Adventurers, explorers, not supervisors. So why pick the threatening? Why pursue the demanding job? Because something is sacrificed. Because something must be yielded. It's worthless unless you can lose. I'm most conscious then. I'm alive making them. I wake up nervous every shift. Certain actions are permissible. Others aren't. Existence isn't effortless. Period. Don't pursue simplicity. Fairness never was. Isn't presently. Won't ever be. Reject victimization sensibilities. You aren't a target. Move past it. Additionally, sweating typically makes rewards feel better. When I accomplish and triumph, I'm fulfilled because you initiated, prepared, intended, and achieved. That's satisfying. That creates meaning. That creates self-assurance. Therefore, act fearlessly. Demonstrate bravery. Doing this makes you resilient. You gain understanding. You develop reverence for yourself plus what scares you. I want to discuss today's opposition. They're taller, quicker, more athletic, more veteran, and statistically superior. They understand it as well. Yet something's unknown to them. They don't comprehend your passion. Because I think that's my birthright. It fires me up. Only because it's feasible. No, hold on. That's insufficient reasoning. Even when resources increase, make smart selections. Choose what you prefer. Complete what you prefer. That's yours. That's yours. I've certainly lost too many companions. Recognition took duration to develop patterns, and patterns are definite. After expressing this, numerous individuals contacted me saying, yes, that resonates. Anticipating feelings makes coping better, similar to other matters. It's comparable to receiving a storm strike. When somebody passes, the situation becomes turbulent. The frightening element is the wind is psychological and you're powerless. You'll collapse emotionally, you'll weep, you'll recall awful memories, wonderful experiences. You lose mental control, which is complicated for adults accustomed to emotional regulation. Momentarily, uncontrollable emotional waves strike you, throwing you around, making sentences difficult. It's genuinely challenging. Over duration,